Next, I don't know what the hell this kid's doing. Am I moving on? Am I waiting for him to finish pinching one off? I don't know what the hell he's doing. We're going to move on. Next up at UFC 297, we have Arnold Allen taking on Movsar Evloev. Arnold Allen, 19-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that main event loss to Max Holloway. He's taking on Movsar Evloev, undefeated at 17-0 with 10 decision wins. Where the hell did you go? No headphones on.
What was that?
I said, where did you go?
Well, I had to pee, which I'm a grown-ass man, so my bladder's pretty large, right? And it's a long hose to get that thing out. I mean, you got to drip dry that. You got to drip dry that thing for quite a while, and then I had to get a water to rehydrate. So,
yeah, congrats. I know for a fact your apartment is the size of most closets.
I thought you were going to say.
So
I know
the
for
amount
a fact,
of time
your dick.
I'm not. No, you've been on one today with the ball bags and the penis references, so I'm good there. We got Arnold Allen. This guy's a very good striker overall. He loves coming forward. He's got an upright stance, and that helps protect him when he's outside of range. But he likes to come lunging in. He will throw some power. He's got some nice footwork, solid hand speed. He'll mix in takedowns really well occasionally, right? That's not something he's always going to do, but he will mix them in well. And he's got a few sneaky submissions like we saw in his UFC debut. Takedown defense has evolved over the years. Right now, it sits solidly at 76%. He has not been taken down one time since 2018. He has defended 15 takedowns in that time span. He's coming off the main event loss to Max Holloway, which was a very typical Max Holloway fight, right? Just pieced this dude up. He's taking on Movsar Evloev. I think this guy's a killer. Other people will disagree, but I think Movsar Evloev is a killer. And obviously, his record indicates otherwise, right? It's mostly decisions. But he's a fantastic wrestler. He uses his striking really well. He sets up his takedowns. He keeps his punches long. He manages range really well. And then he lowers his level and shoots double legs. He'll shuck the head. He'll keep that extended, snatch up a knee, run right through it. Like, his setups are fantastic. His wrestling is absolutely excellent. And that's the difference between him and some other people in this division that want to wrestle. That's why he's averaging almost 5 takedowns per fight, while he has a total of 33 takedowns in 7 UFC fights. He is coming off that one-sided win over Diego Lopes. I say Lopes. I know it's Lopez, but I can't not say Lopes. Because I wrestled the kid Ricardo Lopes, and it's just like Lopes is.
I don't know why you always try to push this narrative. You fucking hate Diego, and I don't know why. And you will.
I'm about to compliment him, but you're stupid fucking.
You literally said it was a lopsided win. The guy almost finished Evloev.
I said once almost finished. That's not what the scorecards show. You buffoon.
He literally almost ripped his fuck. He had to get knee surgery.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Anyway, no, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Pull it up. I'd love to see the pictures from the hospital.
Here we go.
Ass clown. He's coming off that one-sided win over the underachieving Diego Lopez, where he tripled the strikes, had 4 takedowns, and over 8 minutes of control. At no point was he about to lose that fight. There's people out there, including Baby Red over here, that are going to disagree with my assessment of Movsar. He feels that the wrestling isn't that good. The BJJ has holes. He's going to pretend that he was almost submitted in his last fight, which we know was not true. While I agree he's got control issues, you don't average 5 takedowns a fight if you can hold somebody down. Him not finishing Diego Lopez, despite being a minus 1,000 favorite, says more about Diego's toughness than it does about Movsar. Movsar is not very dangerous. He is a wet blanket, but he's a very effective wet blanket. I think he gets all the takedowns he needs. I think he beats Arnold Allen. I'm pretty confident in him to do so. I'm also pretty confident in the over round line here because neither Arnold nor Movsar are very dangerous. The only thing I will caveat that with, it just feels like Movsar is due a finish. And you know how that goes, right? How many times have we seen fighters, no finish, out of nowhere finish somebody? This might be that fight. Movsar Evloev is the pick. What Movsar has recovered after the surgery. So you have implied.
Keep reading.
It just says after surgery.
Keep reading. Below that?
Has posted that he's recovered after the surgery he needed for his knee. You're implying that Ricardo Lopez did that to him and he needed surgery because of Diego Lopez.
You big Island Lucy fan?
No, I said it earlier. Ricardo Lopez is a kid I wrestled against. I'm all over the place.
Can you break down
like
this
Ricky
fight? Ricardo?
No, and I'm done with your weird whatever you got going on right now. I'd like to see your hands, and
This
I'd like
is,
to hear you break down this fight.
He got surgery. It was before the...
Speak like Ricky. Yeah, I know it was. Well, I didn't know it was before, but I knew it had nothing to do with that fight.
Before the Diego fight, it was... let me just say this, Angelo, and this is I try to be as serious as I can with these breakdowns, and it's the reason why we are so successful. I mean, we won picks.com, $10 a month. Sure. You know, we're going to dominate 2024. It's crazy, and it starts with fights like this. Because if anyone knows me, and they've listened to my breakdowns, and they've heard me talk about Movsar Evloev before, I have said that this guy is unbelievably overrated. I've said that he is not who he thinks he is. He is not. I mean, he's an undefeated guy, but he's not a dominant undefeated guy. I was going to pick Bryce Mitchell as my lock of the week against Evloev. And we saw Diego come in and start having some success with some scrambles. And I thought, oh my God, Bryce was a better wrestler than Diego. Bryce would have steamrolled this guy. So I have crazy biases against Movsar Evloev in this fight. But I told myself, God damn it, Angelo, for you, for the people out there, for the beautiful women that follow me on all social platforms, I am taking 2024 extremely serious. I have vowed to put all personal biases aside, reassess the situations, rewatch tape to really find out who these people are. And I'll be honest, Angelo, I rewatched Evloev fights, and I came across, and with this opinion, this dude is fucking good.
Yeah. No shit, he's good.
This guy is fucking good. He has good takedowns, and I'm going to say something crazy right now too. And I want people to because I know that this is a very big favorite dog in Arnold Allen. That's not a good way to say it, but he is like the lovey-dovey pick of this week as far as dogs. Oh, I've seen it all over. He's going to knock out Evloev. He's going to smoke Evloev. I like Arnold Allen. I think I picked every single Arnold Allen fight correctly. All his wins, I said I was a big Arnold Allen fan, and I sat here and I said, listen, I know you guys like Arnold Allen. I do too. He's not that guy for Max. I'm telling you guys right now, I love Arnold Allen, but this is going to look like a situation, in my opinion, where every single person was on Kelvin Gastelum versus Sean Brady. And I keep playing. I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine? I mean, being on the Kelvin side, how embarrassing that must have been to watch that fight. But everybody, not everybody, but most people were on Kelvin Gastelum as the dog in that fight. They're like, "Oh, this is the guy. He's a striker. He's been." I think the same thing's going to happen here. There's a lot of people around now. Evloev is, in my opinion, not all takedown or bust. I think that if they fight for 15 minutes in a kickboxing match, Arnold Allen wins 60 out of 100 times. He probably should win more times than not, but this isn't 95-5. This isn't 90-10. I think Evloev can stand with this guy long enough, especially to get to his legs. And we saw Nick Lentz getting to Arnold Allen. That was a little bit ago. I'm sure he's improved. But if Evloev gets to those positions, Arnold Allen's getting taken down. The biggest question mark you typically have for these undefeated guys, these undefeated prospects, is how do they react when adversity comes? Well, guess what? We've seen Evloev against adversity time and time again. He's a decision fighter. He was in trouble versus Diego. Didn't panic. He was going toe-to-toe with Dan Ige. Dan Ige was kind of dogging in that fight and almost didn't panic in that situation. Controlled the situation. Got the takedowns when he needed. He's been there, done that, and I think he's able to fight Arnold Allen. And this could end up looking like really good value. What was it, -1? Can you go back for me, sweetheart? -170. Now it's starting to get up to about -200. I think it's getting to where it probably should be, in my opinion. I like Evloev in this fight.
It's funny. I've gotten more confident as time has gone on because when it first started, when I first looked at this.
Yeah, Charles. Fuck off, Charles. Sorry.
Yeah, so what he's referencing is how can you compare Kelvin to Allen? They're not even similar, but Charles has listening comprehension issues because that is not what Jacob did. He compared the situation of loving an embarrassing underdog who went out there and shit the bed. That's the situation he compared. Anyway, I think I have gotten more confident as the week gone on. When I broke this fight down originally during the break, like before Christmas. And when I first looked at it, I was like, instant gut reaction, Movsar dominates. Then I looked at it a little closer. I'm like, shit. this might be a problem. Arnold Allen's got that takedown defense. We'll see. And then, I watched the tape and kept going. It's like I'm just getting more and more confident as we go. So you and I are both fairly confident in Movsar to get it done. Arnold Allen, hold on, will be the best fighter that Movsar has fought so far. So this will be his biggest test, but I don't think it's going to matter. Yes, red.
Well, Max Holloway's probably better than
Movsar didn't fight Max. I said Movsar's toughest test.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Arnold Allen.
No, Max is... Yeah, red. Yeah.
I'm going to put something out there. I think that at one point, Evloev drops Arnold Allen.
I mentioned this to you yesterday when we were talking. And is our stream lagging? This guy says it is. Is that his?
I just rechecked it now.
Okay. Well, look at you, proactive Jake.
Yep.
I said this to you yesterday when we were chatting. I was like, and I said it again here. It just feels like Movsar's due a finish. That's a lot of fights in a row.
I told you
no
that.
finish.
Dude, we had this conversation.
Fuck?
Dude,
I was in the grocery store and I said it to you.
I said it to you. What are you? There's no way you're talking about. I'm the one. I literally am the one that said. I literally am the one that said that. There's no way I'm letting you take this. I'm the one that said he feels like there's somebody he feels like he.
When did you say it?
The same conversation that you're trying to take credit for.
I said it, dude.
I literally can remember the moment when I was walking across my living
was in the
room
grocery store.
in my penthouse overlooking the city of Dallas.
Okay. First of all, we know there is no living room. It's
where
a studio,
I literally
so
said that he's due for a finish. I was like, he's too good to not get a finish. That's literally what I said. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
It's just not worth the argument, honestly.
I agree, because I'll argue this for the next 3 hours because I know I'm right.
No, I'm aware of how you operate.
Yeah, there you go. Point proven there.
Congrats. I wonder why that apartment is so void of feminine touch.
There is
your trash personality.
There is feminine DNA all over.
Because of that stupid unfixed dog.
What?
You didn't spay or neuter your dog, and Bob Barker is furious about it.
Rest in peace to the homie.
Lady Delayed tripping on.
We might get banned
that was one of those.
You cried?
No, that was one of those. What the hell is it called? There was a movie where what's his name was a genie, but he wasn't. The Bernstein Bears.
Mandela Effect?
Yeah, that was a Mandela Effect. We all thought Bob Barker died like 11 times. And then like, Bob Barker's dead. It's like, what? Didn't he die last year?
I keep up with
Bob
Barker
here's
pretty
it.
Well.
Yeah, do you? Anyway, become a premium member, and you can cut through all this bullshit, not have to watch the video, and get all the picks and bets you could ever want from 8 different analysts. We pick every single fight for every single card. We bet on all the things that make sense. We got Artem breaking down non-UFC fights. I'm giving you round line leans. We're giving you tools, insight, information, and more. WeWantPicks.com. Just click Become a Member at the top. Before you go, let me give you $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets and signs up with any one of our affiliate partners gets $50 as a thank you. Use the link, sign up, make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you.